press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello all, how are you? I hope all are doing good. Today I am here with you with the new lesson. The name of the lesson is A House is Not a Home. By the title of this lesson, you can see that there is a difference between house and home. Okay? You know, house is a building, constructed building where the family lives. That is called house. And here, home means here where the family lives with sharing bond, with having a bond between family members with love and affection. They share the emotions together. They share emotions together, the feelings. Okay, so that is called home. But house is a building, constructed building where the family is living. And here the family is also living with the bonding, the love and affection. Okay, so here there is a difference between house and home. So this story was written by Zan Gudiso. So here this lesson reflects the problems where of being a teenagers and the growing up. Okay, where the problem arises. So where the teenagers were they're having some challenges in their life. Okay, so how this author in this lesson and how the author is overcome his problems. Okay, being a teenager, when they are turns to the age of 14 to 16 till 18. Okay, so they face some of the challenges and they have to understand those challenges and how they are going to overcome with their problems. So let's say in this lesson. Okay, here the writer, that is narrator, is the writer, that is Zan Gudiso. Okay, he is a narrator. He is a narrator in this story. Okay, that is a house is not a home. My first year of high school felt awkward. Okay, awkward means strange. Here narrator is saying, that is writer, that is Zan Gudiso is saying here. So his first year of his college, that is in high school, he felt little bit strange. Why? After leaving junior high at the head of my class with all the seniority the upper grade levels could afford me, it felt strange starting over as a freshman. Okay, so here the writer is saying about his he was transformed, he was promoted from a lower classes to the higher classes. Okay, so he was quite happy. He was happy about his old school and he was transferred to the new school, and he was happy with his leadership. He was having a leadership and he was in upper grade class. Okay, and levels could afford me, and it felt strange starting over as a freshman. So as a freshman means where he was went to the high school as a freshman. It is the first year of his high school, so he feels a little bit awkward. It feels strange for him. Why? The school was twice as big as my old school because he was changed his school. Okay, he was promoted to high school, so he was become one of a fresh student in one of a school. That is, he was shifted his school also from old to new school, and this new school is as big as its old school. Okay, twice big. It's not compared to the old school, it's twice bigger than the old school. And to make matters worse, my closest friends were sent to me to a different high school. I felt very isolated. And here the matters are worse for him because he just went to that school alone because his friends are gone to another schools. Okay, they were shifted to the other schools, but this writer here is shifted by alone. There is no friends. Okay, so there he feels lonely. I missed my old teachers so much that I would go back and visit them. So all the time he missed his teachers and the old schools. So whenever he wanted to, he just wanted to visit to the old schools whenever he gets time. They would encourage me to get involved in school activities so that I could meet new people. So the teachers, the old teachers, they are encouraging to the writer, that is narrator, that he should have to mingle with the new people. He have to adjust with the new environment. So they are suggesting him. They told me that in time I would adjust and probably end up loving my new school more than I had my old one. So all the teachers, they were encouraging that he should be adjust, okay, that in new school, and he was going to love that new school more than the old school. Okay, so this is the suggestion of the old teachers to the narrator. They made me promise that when that happened, I would still come by and visit them from time to time. So when the teachers are advising to the narrator, so when you are loving to your new school, but then also you are not forget your old schools. So when you get your time, you should come and meet us. Okay. So then I understood the psychology in what they were saying, but I took some comfort in it nonetheless. So psychology means, so he was understanding the teacher's words. So what is the intention behind that, why they are saying? It means that, so they are also thinking about the student's life. So they are encouraging, they are motivating to settle in the new environment whenever they go and they left the old schools. That is the psychology of a mind. Okay, so they were encouraging, they were motivating, they are inspiring to the new to the old students. Okay, so they could have to adjust in the new environment. So here writer already understood that why they are saying like this way. Okay, so then they gives only comfort. Comfort means they are motivating, so he should have to adjust in the new environment. One Sunday afternoon, not long after I had started high school, I was sitting at home at our dining room table doing homework. So one of the Sunday in the afternoon, so he was just going to the school, that is high school, and then he was sitting on a dining table and he was doing his homework. It was a cold and windy fall day. We had a fire going in our fireplace. Okay, usually when there is a more cold, it is applying to the western countries actually, where the climate is cold all the time. Okay, so when the wind is blowing very cold, so they were ignited fire in the fireplace. Okay, they used it, which gives the warmth in the home. Then as usual, my red tabby cat was lying on top of all my papers, purring loudly and occasionally swatting at my pen for entertainment's sake. So the writer has a pet, that is cat. Tabby cat means it's a tabby one means it's a color, that is a brown and yellow color cat. Okay, the red and tabby one. And was lying on top of all the papers. That cat was lying on the papers of, so where the writer is doing his homework, so there he was lying, that cat was lying on the papers. That purring loudly means it is making sound. That cat is making sound by the okay. Then occasionally swatting at my pen for entertainment's sake. You know, the cats are, when they got something like a pen or a stick, so they were entertaining, its the cat itself, and they were playing it with the pens. And the same thing here, the writer's cat is also doing the same thing. She never far from me. So this cat is too much attached to the writer. Okay, so it is not living for a second, that cat is. I had rescued her when she was a kitten. So here writer used to say, so this cat, how he was brought in his home, that when she was a kitten, so he was rescued it, he was saved from the danger. Somehow she knew that I was the one responsible for giving her the good life. So that cat knows that in whole of his family, in whole of his home, so only the writer is the person that he is giving a comfortable life. Good life means comfortable and protected life. So that cat has understand it. And my mother kept stoking the fire to keep the house nice and warm. Stoking means it's a feeding and tending the fire. Adjusting fire in a fireplace. So the writer's mother, she used to adjusting the fire in the fireplace, that is stoking. So where she gives a nice and warm condition of his home. I smelled something strange. And then I noticed it, smoke pouring in through the seams of the ceiling. So suddenly writer he was smelling something. Suddenly. So what it is? It was like a strange smell. And then he noticed that smoke pouring through the seams of the ceiling. Ceiling means inside part of the roof. Okay. So there was that is the smoke is coming out from there. The smoke began to fill the room so quickly that we could barely see. Suddenly the whole room has covered with the smoke, and then they can't see properly. Barely means it's a very difficult to see one to the other people. Cropping to search blindly. So they were searching blindly because the whole room is covered with the smoke, huge smoke. So they were searching blindly to one another. Our way to the front door. So they were searching the front door to go out. We all ran out into the front yard. Front yard means veranda. Okay. So there are space in front of the door, that is the home. Okay. That is called veranda. So suddenly they were running out from the home. By the time we made our way outside, the whole roof was engulfed in flames, and it was spreading quickly. So when they got time, so when they have cleared their eyes, they looked into their house. The whole house, it was covered with the flames, that is called engulfed. And the roof, and in flames, it was spreading quickly. That flames was spreading very quickly, very fast. I ran to the neighbors to call the fire department while I watched my mother run back into the house. So suddenly the writer was what he was done. So he went to the neighbors and he's calling for help to call the fire department. And then he saw that his mother is running inside of that house. My mother then ran out of the house carrying a small metal box full of important documents. So suddenly she was rushed out. Okay, the mother of writer, she was come out. So she was carried a small box, which is a metal one, and it is some of the important document in it. She dropped the case on the lawn and in a grazed state ran back into the house. So suddenly she was in a panic, and again she was dropped that box, and again she went inside the home. I knew what she was after. My father had died. So here writer has know that for what sake she has went inside the house. So now here it says by the writer, my father had died when I was young. Okay, the father was died. So father was expired. So he was no more. So when he was a young child, and I was certain that she was not getting to let his pictures and letters go up in flames. So her mother, because of her husband's memory, she was not leaving the husband's belongings, that is the pictures, the letters, so everything. So that one she wanted to carry from the house. Okay, she wanted to protect from the flames. That pictures of the father of writers, and also the letter of his fathers. They were the only things that she had to remember him by. Still I scream at her, Mom, no. So then it's the only thing, the father's only things are remaining, that is the pictures and letters. She don't want to lose that. So then also I called my mother. So the writer knows it, that why she went inside. But then also he was calling his mother that, no mom, no, don't go inside. I was about to run after her when I felt a large hand hold me back. So suddenly the writer is also going back, following mother. okay, going inside the home. But suddenly someone has hold the hand of a writer. Okay, it was a fireman. So who is that has hold the hand? That is the fireman. I hadn't even noticed that the street had already filled with the fire trucks. So writer has not seen that, he has not looked that already the road was covered with the trucks. Okay, that is called fire engine. Okay. I was trying to free myself from his grasp, yelling, "You don't understand, my mother's in there." Okay, so he was noticed and then he was yelling at the people, at the fireman. Okay, that my mother, she is inside. I need to go and I have to save her. He held on to me while other firefighters ran into the house. So that person has not left the hand of that writer. So, but other firefighter, he went inside the house. He knew that I wasn't acting very logically, and that if he were to let go, I would run. He was right. So that person knows that, the firefighter who knows it, that if I could go inside, I started running. Is it? Because the flames. So he can't, logically he is not thinking. Okay, so that if he go inside, so he was not saved his mother's life and not even he. Okay, so that's why he has hold his hand, and then the firefighter went inside to save the life of writer. He held to me, then it's all right, they will get hurt, he said. So the fireman, he was saying to the writer, so it's all right, you don't worry, so they will get your mother back. They will save your mother. He wrapped a blanket around me and sat me down in our car. So the fireman people, they were covered the narrator, so with some of the blankets, and they have told them to sit in their car. Soon after that, a fireman emerged from our house with my mom in tow. Okay, so after some time, the fireman has came out with his mother, okay, with the narrator's mother, and then my mom in tow. My mom in tow means behind him. So behind the fireman, so the narrator's mother is also coming out. He quickly took her over to the truck and put an oxygen mask on her. So that firefighter man, he took his mother to the truck and given the oxygen mask. You know, oxygen mask, when there is a huge smoke is covered in a room, so it is not easily breathed. There is a lack of oxygen, so they need a extra oxygen, the extra oxygen to get the normal condition. They can't breathe easily. So that's why the firefighter, so he has kept that oxygen mask in his truck. Then he was given to the narrator's mother. I ran over and hugged her. So suddenly when he saw that his mother, so suddenly he just ran towards her, and then he hugged her. All those times I ever argued with her and hated her vanished at thought of losing her. So all the time when he was just hugged to her mother. So he was just scolding to her mother. He was just arguing with her mother that why she went inside. So it's just a thought of losing her, because already he has lost his father. So he don't want to lose his mother also. So because of that thought, he was arguing with her mother why she went inside again. She is going to be okay, said the fireman. So fireman said that she is going to be all right. You don't worry. She will be good in condition. She is healthy. She said she just inhaled a little smoke. She has inhaled only the little smoke. Means while he was inside the house, it was covered with the smoke. She was breathed some of the smoke. The lungs was covered with the smoke. He said it. And then he ran back to fight the fire while my mother, I sat there dazed. So again he ran back to the people, the fireman, how they are vanishing, that they are extinguishing that flames. okay, extinguishing the flames, how they are fighting with that flames. So he was ran out to watch that. I remember watching my house burn down and thinking that there was nothing I could do about it. So when he was looking at the house is burning, so he was thinking that my house is burned down. It was completely burned down and nothing has remained there. Okay, so then it was completely burned. 5 hours later, the fire was finally out. Our house was almost completely burned down. After 5 hours, it's the struggle of 5 hours. Okay, so then the writer has saw that the house was completely burned. But then it struck me, I hadn't seen my cat. So suddenly when he was realized that, so he has not seen his cat. Where was my cat? Much to my horror. So suddenly he was asked the question, so where is his cat? He was in horror, he was in terrified manner. I realized that she was nowhere to be found. So then he was realized that his cat was dead. He was never getting to be, he is not getting found his cat. Then all at once it hit me, the new school. And suddenly after the cat, the another thing is the new school. The fire, my cat. I broke down in tears and cried. I was suffering loss and big time. So these are the problems. So what are the problems of the writer's life? So the house was burnt completely and that is the new school. So he has to adjust there. So this is also one of the problem. And then the cat. So he thought that he had just lose his cat. Then another one is that fire, means that house was burnt completely. So these are the problem. When he was thinking about these things, these problems, he was crying and crying again and again, thinking about those things, and he was suffering. Okay, because of that he was in a problem. So this is about the writer's struggle, how he was struggled with the new school, with the new environment. And the most lovable thing for him is the cat. And now he has thought that he has lost his cat. And then the fire, where the house was burnt completely in that fire. How can he get back all those things again? How can his life will be normal? How the family will be adjusted to the other things? How can they construct the other house? So all the problems are revolving in his life. Okay, so let's see in the next class that so is these problems are resolved by the writer or he has overcome with his problems. So this question answer we will find out in the next class, is it? So today I am going to stop this class here. So we will meet in the next class. All of you stay at home, keep learning. Thank you.